James Mangold knows what it's like to be Hollywood's flavor of the month. The day he graduated from college, he had 3 invitations to lunch with some of the movie industry's heaviest hitters. But at 21, he found himself out of a job with Disney Studios. Today, he is producing his own films, his own way, and we're pleased to have him join us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me about that, because what had happened? You were at Cal State, right?
CalArts.
CalArts. What's CalArts? I mean,
oh, it's a wonderful art school just north of Los Angeles. Yeah. Built actually by Walt Disney and some other people. It's very well funded, beautiful school. About 1,000 people go there. Dance, film.
Yeah. Part of the great University of California system.
No, it's an independent art school with just very well endowed and very good place, special place.
And you were a film student there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you made a film there?
I made several films there, but the last film I made there, the president of the school, Bob Fitzpatrick, kind of had an inkling. I mean, looking back, I kind of think he saw something that he thought he could take advantage of and kind of put the word out to some people, trustees of the school, actually, all those men.
Right.
Who, Jeff Berg, chairman of
Jeff Berg,
ICM.
I see him as an agent. Yeah, a super agent, right?
A super agent.
I see him. And then
Michael Eisner, chairman, who had just taken over Disney at that point as chairman. And Barry Diller, who had just, I think he had just taken over Fox at that point. Right. Moved from Paramount. Yeah. And so this guy who was at CalArts said, put the word out to them that this guy is what literally happened.
Talent.
What happened on the day I graduated, all these men were at my school. And what he did was arranged a luncheon where I left, you know, the courtyard with my family and was told, oh, you got to come here and eat lunch with these people. And I didn't even know really who these people were. And I sat down and kind of had some vague sense, well, chairman of an agency, chairman of a studio, chairman of another studio. I should push these guys. I should prod them a little. And actually, it was a wonderful lunch. And what's amazing about the people at the very top of the studios is that they're very human, and they're actually not very pressured. They're very human. Right. What you discover as you become more immersed in the system of Hollywood is that you're very insulated from those men or women. Because you're very insulated from the people who can make decisions. It's
true about all institutions, I'm convinced. It's my experience too, is the people at the top are sensitive, aware, want to do the right thing. And
they're not looking over their shoulder.
That's right.
If you come in, I worked on an animated film for Disney, Oliver and Company, which I wrote. And at one point we were at an impasse about how to end this film. And we went into this meeting with Michael Eisner after going through meetings with underling executives and other people in charge of film production where there was this kind of muddle. And finally we got into a meeting with Eisner. There's no one else. You know, that's it. Right. And when we presented the issues, he made a decision and we could go back to work. And the amount of waste that goes on when you're working in film in terms of dealing with middle people who are guessing the person above them, trying to figure out...
It's not about your product, it's about how does it take care of my career and how does it serve, how do I serve, what's it about?
Well, I mean, you saw The Player, didn't you?
Right.
Well, I mean, what I thought when I saw that movie, although I felt this way before, is that it's actually, it's a painful life to be an executive, particularly not one at the top. It's an awful, awful life. And I thought the movie was fairly sympathetic.
An awful life because?
Because you are looking over your shoulder. You have no creations of your own, and because the number one reward for you, the number one, the thing for you to do is to say no. You're covering your ass when you say no. Yeah. And to say yes is a frightening thing.
Is to take risks that you will...
Is to say, Michael, look what I found. Yes. Yeah. And then Michael looks at it and goes, no. Yeah. And then bam, you know, 3 no's and you're shot.
And you worry that if you show this to Michael and say, Michael, this is great, and Michael says no, that Michael's going to say, how could you be so dumb, and why are you working for me if you're so dumb to say this?
Which creates...
When in fact, I doubt if that's Michael's reaction.
Right, Michael. The truth is, if you can get one-on-one with a person, with a human being who has, you can engage with the story or the idea or the imagery that you see for a movie, you can actually really capture them. Right. But when you're dealing through committees, you end up having to sell. I mean, this process is not irrelevant. It's not just gossip. It actually affects the movies we see, because the movies we see are filled with hooks that are designed to get past these committees. They are hooks that are, you know, it is Fatal Attraction meets One from the Heart meets, and you need to make those combinations and those genre crossings sometimes strictly to convince the person that it's fresh and it's capturable quickly and can be passed on. I mean, there's a story that the movie Flashdance, the pitch for the movie Flashdance was Flashdance. Someone walked in and said, here's the movie, Flashdance.
Yeah.
And they said, that's it, I'm taking it upstairs.
Well, there's another story like that that Brandon Tartikoff said to somebody who, before Miami Vice was created. He said, give me MTV Cops, that's what I want. And somebody said, Miami Vice, I got it right here. I mean,
Well,
it was that simple.
My great lesson from I mean, this is now 5 years ago, what happened with me in Hollywood, was that there's this great fallacy about that most film schools, and even people outside of film schools, young filmmakers, are captured by this myth of the studio being this kind of minor league that is going to embrace you and coddle you and bring, you'll do a Law and Order, then you'll do this, and then finally we'll unveil you and you'll direct Witness.
Right.
But that just doesn't happen. I mean, anyone could sit down tonight and think about this and think, can I think of one director I really admire who has come up through the studio system? And of course, there's the one great example, which is Steven Spielberg,
right,
who is basically, I feel like it's him who created the myth. This legend of being coddled and you do your TV movie, you do
when
this.
In fact, he's an exception.
He is the vast exception.
Let me go back to your story in the minute that I have left. One, so you have lunch with these guys at CalArts. You're the people that they bring in and say, eat with these executives.
Right.
And you sit around with Diller and Eisner and Berg, And how many job offers did you get out of that lunch?
Everyone.
They all
said, Berg signed me as an agent, and Diller and Eisner bid for me as a talent for the studio.
To do what?
Write and direct.
To write and direct.
And Eisner signed me.
And so Eisner signs you up, and you go to Disney, and what happens?
They got you. That's it. There's someone else more interesting. I mean, but the truth is that Eisner is not. You don't blame Eisner for that, because in a sense,
the system we've been talking about.
It's the system, because suddenly you're assigned to someone, and that person is sensing that there's someone else with more heat.
So where is your career today?
My career today is at a point where, first of all, I'm trying to get a new movie made, which I'm putting together financing for, called Heavy.
Right.
Which is, my career today is independent. Right. I mean, my feeling is, you look at the people, Spike Lee sat in this chair the other night. Right. Spike Lee did not come up through the studio system. Jim Jarmusch, not through the studio system.
Soderbergh was here the other day.
Jane Campion. Right. These people these people are the people who inspire me, and they are not. They may work with the studios now, but the studios, they have equal footing because their work commanded attention on its own, separate from the studio system, and that's a real important lesson.
It was inevitable that it would work out that way for you, because you would never have been happy in the system.
But it keeps my head clear now. I mean, the great thing now is when someone calls, I get a call from one of these super agents or super people. You actually manage to know that it means nothing until there's a piece of paper and you're rolling on the set.
Now, does Berg think you're stupid?
No.
He doesn't. He understands why you...
They know the way heat works. They know the way momentum can build, and they know the way it can dissipate. They see it all the time.
Is there no question in your mind that you'll make a great film?
There's no question.
Yeah.
The question I have, I don't know whether I'll do it with a Fox logo at the beginning or whether I'll do it with something I scrawled.
Yeah. And how much money do you need for, I've got 30 seconds. How much money do you need to make Heavy?
Heavy? I need about $250,000.
Is that it?
To make it with no stars.
Wow.
No Kate Burtons.
James Mangold. Well, we'll get Kate. James Mangold,
okay.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. See you tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us tonight.